Aquarius One, welcome. Happy to be here with you today. How has your 2024 been unfolding for you? If you had a chance to listen to January's messages, I'll put the link here for you to check it out. I'd love to hear if any of those resonated and what came true for you or not. I always like to go back and listen to things at the end to see what really unfolded and to get that validation, because sometimes you forget all the messages that came through. And I'd love to hear, what happened for you. So let me know in the comments how January's video, manifested for you or not, and, that's one of the things I love about this work. No matter when you drop in to listen to these videos and these sessions in space-time, they're always relevant for you. So don't get, thrown off by whether it says January 2024 or January 2022. There will be something in there for you. So trust your little navigational system that is leading you to the right place for the information that you're looking for. And there's over hundreds of videos on my channel for you to explore, as well as having time with me personally, attending my sonic acupuncture sessions. There's one coming up this month, February 8th. I'll put the link in the description for you to check that out and to join us for these really illuminating and vibrational time together. And so just and when you come to the sonic acupuncture sessions, you'll be supporting my nonprofit Double the Love Foundation. So this is a personal light and mission of mine is to harmonize the nature of oneself, and the nonprofit is one of the places where I offer this work, holistic and sonic care for those in need. So it's sliding scale, everyone is welcome, and it's an opportunity for you to experience what it's like to work with me in a small group setting. And I would love to have you there. Okay, without further ado, I feel the information dropping in. It is time for me to bring through the messages for February 2024. Drum roll, please. Let me share my screen with you. And away we go. Okay, let's see what we have going on for February. What are the messages that are in store for all of us? The energy of February 2024. This is all about cars. I'm seeing tires and small accidents and things like that. So, whenever these show up in a session, take note. I have had a client where every time I've told her about her car, she would go and she'd listen. She didn't ever question it, which surprised me and amazed me. And she'd take it in. And the guy was like, you were just here like a week ago to get your tires checked, and it was already flat, and she could have blown out on the road. Okay, so, maybe this is a message for you to go get your car looked at, or, maybe even putting off taking it in to get it serviced. Go do that. I actually had a pretty harrowing experience just the other day on the road, driving next to a semi-truck, and the back tire blew out, and if I had been any further back, it would have all hit me. So, things are going a little wonky with our vehicles. When I'm listening to the vibration of the vehicles themselves, they're not humming the way that I want them to. So, take care of your automobile vehicle, and take care of your consciousness technology vehicle. Okay, this one is about automobiles. So take note. Maybe, something will come up during this month, and follow that. Okay, listen to that. Don't put it off. And if you're able to help someone else with their vehicle, maybe they're not able to take care of it themselves and they need assistance, be that person. Okay, don't put that off for that person, because we don't need anyone getting hurt unnecessarily. Okay, this is around finances. Feels like the financial pattern here is there's money coming in, but it's also going out just as quickly. It's like running through your fingers like water. There might be some big expenses this month. It might be activating, your survival mode will kick in, and and you know, things like that. So, and some of these things that are in response to, that are going to need these expenses, it's in response to your emotional state. Okay, so this is an opportunity and an invitation for you to check in with how you're really feeling. I'll give you some funny examples. I'm a water element. I'm all of the elements, as are all of you, but I have a preponderance of water in my constitution. And anytime my water would get out of balance, I'd see it in my house. I've had pipes break, I had my car leak, and water would get in, and I didn't feel like I was necessarily stressed. I wasn't even paying attention. But then I saw these water incidences happen, and I knew that I needed to take a look at myself. I have a friend, I still have her as a friend, who is a fire constitution, and for her, she would have fire things come up. I mean, so these are, you're getting real-time feedback from your environment about maybe you need to stop and pause and look at what's going on. So let's not let these things get out of hand. So if you're noticing you have these big expenses coming up and things are breaking down, maybe you need to check in with yourself and where are you breaking down and what can you do to take care of that. Because everything is feedback and information, and you might not be accustomed to, or you might not even notice how stressed you are, right? Because you're in this mode of having to keep going and going and going and not taking time for yourself. So this is an opportunity and an invitation to look at things now before they get to that point. So this is a month of prevention. Take care of your car, take care of the things you need to tend to, so we don't have these things happen and, you know, big expenses. And if you have big expenses, notice the emotions that come up, and we can work with those. We have tools to work with those. Here I'm seeing a flower. This is about romance. But it doesn't feel like a deep romance. It's more of a, like, it's not as deep as you would want it to go. And I'm not going to say it's platonic. But the kind of flower that I'm seeing doesn't really lend to romantic love in that way. But there is love there. It's like missed opportunities. Maybe you're having regrets with a loved one, or an old beloved, or, you know, maybe you're thinking about your first love or your high school love. It's that kind of thing. But so this walk down memory lane and the what ifs and all of that, I'd rather bring your attention to the feeling of what's kind of bringing those thoughts to the surface, because this isn't a love that's fulfilling to you. There's something kind of missing, and you're going back along your timeline, you know, waxing nostalgic and trying to, what ifs, you know, how would life have been, or is there still a connection there? And let's deal with that feeling, that missing piece perhaps that you might be feeling that's causing you to look back, because there's nothing really going to come of that. It might be taking up some space in your mental state and imaginary world, and that's okay. But it's bringing it more to the attention of what's this empty feeling, or this feeling that you have of missing that connection, and feeling what that connection might feel like. What is the connection you'd like to have? Okay, so there's a desire for a connection. Maybe you're not feeling connected, and you're thinking back on past loves. It's not about the past loves. It's about the feeling you have now that you're wishing for. So what is that feeling? What does that feel like to you? I'll give you a moment just to kind of check in with that feeling. First, feel I'm going to call it emptiness. It might not feel like that in your body, but where do you feel that missing piece? Right? That loss of connection, or that desire for connection. Because the desire is because you don't necessarily believe you have it right now. Yeah. Okay, so you're able to connect with that. Beautiful. So that's a feeling you probably are very familiar with, and you've known for quite a long time, right? And it comes up from time to time. So it's something you've carried from this lifetime, other lifetimes, et cetera, et cetera. And, you know, we can go through that together and really meet those parts of yourself and bring those parts of yourself to healing and integration and wholeness. But for now, what I'd like you to do is just to feel the feeling. And there's a feeling that you'd love to have instead, right? So feel into the feeling that you would love to have. What I love about when I invite people to do this, every time you go into thinking about what the feeling is, right? You just started thinking about the feeling. I'd want you to feel the feeling. There you go. Beautiful. Okay, but I'm going to invite you to go a step further with that. So it's still the idea of the feeling that you're feeling into, but now I'm going to invite you to connect with your heart and allow your heart to give you the feeling that it knows you want to have around love and connection. So just drop your awareness into your heart space. There you go. And just wait for that feeling to arise from the heart itself like a bubbling spring, percolating up to the surface. There you go. I'm just going to be with that for a moment. The heart knows the exact frequency and vibration of connection and love that you're seeking, and is giving it to you right now. There you go. There's a strong connection right there. I felt you. I felt you. I'm with you in this. Beautiful. Okay, now, this feeling that you just received, that you've been searching for, did not come from anyone else outside of you. Your heart just gave that to you right now. Okay, so I'm going to invite you to continue connecting with your heart over this month and for the rest of your life, and allow your heart to give you these feelings. And then once it starts to do that, it'll kind of foster and cultivate that vibration within your being. And then you'll start to notice how you feel differently about things, and you'll start to notice things materialize and externalize in your outer world, reflecting this vibration that you're carrying. Right? Beautiful job. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Seeing water. Not sure what kind of body of water I'm looking at here. This is a feeling of kind of feeling like you're underwater. You're just up to here. Like you're very overwhelmed, not feeling a lot of support. But I'm seeing someone in the wings that's there that will come in to support you. So if this is you, and you're just needing that support, know that there is someone on its way. Your guardian angel is there. Someone will be there for you in that moment. Okay, so have hope, have faith. See if you can even feel them. Right? If I can feel them, you can feel them. Okay, you can feel how the stress and maybe the overwhelm that you're feeling in this moment. But just kind of scan the field around you and see if you can feel any helpers out there that are waiting for you. Maybe they're spirit guides and angelic helpers, but there's high vibration helpers that are there for you, and those spirit guides and those energies can take form as well to be there for you. So see if you can feel those helpers around you, because sometimes you can feel isolated and alone. But there's always someone there that is waiting in the wings. So someone will come. There you go. And just in connecting with that, as I'm tracking you doing that, you're lifting yourself out of that vibration of overwhelm. I don't know if you can feel that for yourself. But yeah. This is almost like a distress signal. And this distress signal that your body is putting off isn't a recent one. This feels very old. This is like you've been living with this energy for probably since early childhood. This feels like your nervous system has been broadcasting this distress signal for so long. Somehow you've managed to cope like we all do. We come up with these brilliant coping mechanisms to get on the world and live, how we think we should be living. So this is a distress signal embedded in the nervous system that's been activated from early childhood that I'm tracking here. But I feel like you're going to have an opportunity this month to really address that in a new way and to invite healing to that part of yourself. And if you need extra support and guidance with that, you can always book a session with me, and I'm happy to guide you there. It's profound work. Okay. Again, another financial pattern. So there's a lot of, in the field here, for those of you who I'm reading for, there's a lot of struggle going on right now. And, but these, again, I just want to bring your attention to the fact that these feelings that you have, okay, these feelings that you have, hold on, let me just get the rest of this information. Let's take the story out of it, okay? We're going to practice this again. Let's just take the story out of it, because we can get so overwhelmed and caught up in the story that it exacerbates this feeling and vibration of overwhelm and stress and anxiety and survival and fear and all of that that's happening here. It's so we're going to do the same thing. Just like you're able to connect with your heart with the feeling of love and connection, the heart knows that there's a feeling here, a remedy for this feeling of overwhelm and stress around finances, around survival. Okay, so let's just drop straight back into the heart and allow the heart to give you the remedy for that feeling, which is security and safety. Now, I'm using these words, but the vibration is more what's important than the language I'm using. So feel into your heart, giving you that feeling of stability. There you go. Yeah, so now there's this kind of feeling washing through that everything's going to be okay, right? Okay, so let's go into the financial pattern, because that's bringing up stress for people. Let me plug in my computer really quick, because I see the battery's going to go down. I have to find the cord for that. And I don't know where that is. Oh, here it is. Okay. So feel into that feeling of financial stress. These are feelings that you're very familiar with. You get your credit card statement, you're like, oh crap, okay? Whatever that is for you. Okay, this is going to have ripple effects in the way that things unfold or not when you're able to command your own vibration like this. Okay, so just touch that on that feeling that you're very familiar with around financial stress, right? Where you're not buoyant enough, you're not floating, you're always underwater, right? You're not at that level that you want to be at, perhaps, or that water's always draining and you're constantly going down. How the feeling. Okay, now let the heart give you the remedy feeling of that, of feeling supported, feeling provided for. Again, it's not the language I'm using, it's the vibration and the feeling that your heart is giving you. So just feel into the heart and allow your heart to give you the remedy. Notice if you're going up into your head and thinking about it too much, just bring yourself back down into the heart. Sometimes it's a little more challenging when we have so much story around it. So set the story aside. We're just dealing with sensation and vibration here. There you go. There you go. Beautiful. And from here, drop back into the heart. Beautiful. And now listen or feel for the remedy that the heart will give you. There you go. Okay, breathe. Breathe with it. Start to hold your breath. So continue to breathe as the heart gives you this remedy. It's going to help the life force. It's going to kind of fan that flame of that feeling state and make it grow within you. There you go. Beautiful. Keep doing that. I'm going to bring in the next bit of information here while you keep tapping into the heart. Okay, I hear you got this. So we were working on our vehicle of our divine consciousness known as our physical body, and you've turned put the key in and turned the ignition on. Okay, you're getting the remedy from your heart. So here's the drawing today. Let me know what you see in the drawing as well. There's lots of cool images that show up. Slightly different than what I do when I draw for myself. I'll show you one of the ones I'm working on for myself here, but just so you can see the difference. I do draw for myself as well. This is one I'm working on for myself. It's a work in progress. But yeah, there are really beautiful messages. You know, there's definitely a lot of energy of feeling overwhelmed, loss of connection. Check on your car or your truck, and if someone you know needs help with theirs, please be the one to help them. Don't let that message go by. Again, I'm just going to stress I've been accurate with those readings when it comes to your vehicle many times with clients. And really, it's all about connecting with your heart. Your heart gave you the feeling. You didn't get it. You're not dependent on someone else to give you this feeling of love and connection. Your heart gave you that specific feeling. That person, maybe, that you're looking for that validation and love and connection for, will never know the feeling you're looking for. They will never know the feeling you're looking for. Only you know that feeling. It's unique to you. They can do all the perfect things and you still might not ever connect with that feeling, right? And we can work on that. The heart knows the feeling. The heart has all the answers. And it knows exactly the specific vibration and frequency of that feeling that you're looking for. So just drop into the heart. Allow that feeling to bubble up like a spring. Okay? And you can use this for everything. Everything. You did a beautiful job at alleviating the anxiety around a financial pattern doing that. What will that do? That will change the way that pattern's showing up in the outer world. You've changed your vibration. The heart, you don't have that vibration anymore. You have that vibration of connection, of safety, of stability, of support, of trust, of love. Okay? So my invitation is to you is to check in with your heart every day and you know, feel into the feelings it wants to give you in that day or in that moment. And if you're feeling uncomfortable or something uncomfortable comes up, overwhelmed, stressed, anxious, etc., notice the sensation of the feeling. Set the story aside, because the story isn't going to help you here. It's just a sensation. It's information. It's information. We're feeling the feeling of that information, and then we're feeling the feeling of the information that our heart knows we want to have. Okay? So this month it is all about the heart. It's about the heart's remedy. It's about the heart holding that right frequency and vibration for you so you can have a different experience in your life. Beautiful. Well, thank you, dear one, for coming together with me to harmonize the nature of oneself. Let me know how these messages resonate with you. And I invite you again to listen to this video throughout the month to remind you of what you did here today, and then you get a little guidance when you come to review this session. And to see how these messages are unfolding, and maybe something else will kind of come to the forefront of your mind when you're listening. Not all the information always resonates the first time you hear it. So I'm happy to have these videos out there for you to use anytime you need. And if I can support you in any other ways, and for personal reading, sonic acupuncture, whatever, I will put those links in the description, and I look forward to seeing you again. next month. Blessings, dear one.